Alright, hello everybody and welcome to Smurf Detective. This one has been sent in, I believe, by WT Sucks. Up here in the top left side, the Red Zerg. Long-time viewer, first-time submitter. I believe this foe I faced must have been at least Platinum, while I bounced between Silver 1 and Gold 3, which is about, I think, 2300 MMR roughly. I admit my macro is far from perfect, but my opponent was able to continuously expand it while keeping up a tough defense and harassing at the same time. Please, Pig, set this right. All right, no worries. Well, WT here opening up with what looks like a 14 pool first opening and going for a nice early drone scout / harassment. Now, the opponent's gone for a barracks. Looks like it started right on time. Let's just check some things. So right from the start, I always like to see immediately SCV starts up. So we're looking at the best for you, which, by the way, guys, the best for you is an old school Korean pro gamer. He's not the same as Spear, is he? Now, we are doing this live on stream during my subathon, as you guys can see if you're watching this on YouTube. So if someone in chat could look up the best for you, he's separate from Spear, right? Because they both went to FXO. There's FXO Spear. And I know Spear's been competing and maybe streaming recently. There is the chance that someone's run into a streamer on a placement match. But this is such a niche name. The best. I mean, people joke that there's like a famous clip of Tastosis making fun of the best because he wasn't quite the best player he was around in the very early days, made it into GSL a few times, was a very good pro. I mean, this does not look like a pro gamer just yet, but let's take a look at their control groups. This absolutely looks like a pro gamer in many regards, but the APM, no. The control groups looks like some old school pro gamer shit. People used to do stuff like that. They're both playing at very fast APM. But look at this. There's for some reason 3 different SCVs have been control grouped. A barracks on 4, command center on 5 and 6, then an SCV on 7, and then command center on 8, 9, 0. A lot of people in the old days used to do this. Part of me is like, is this a washed up pro gamer who's just messing around a lot? I don't know. We can see he's queued up the SCV to go scout around, check for a third, go home. I'm pretty sure this is not a pro. They're playing way too slow. I don't think most pros, even an old school one, could hold back that long from spamming their keys. Okay, so what's interesting here, the music is a little loud, so let me just turn that off a little bit. Or not turn it off, but turn it. Oh, that's the in-game music. Oh, no wonder. Oh, and we are actually on grainy vision, so let me fix that as well. Alright. My lovely production aside, looks like it's a Marine first into a bunker. Opening has been near perfect so far, even though it's a bit of a weird build order going Marines. Second depot goes down at a time where, as long as they don't build a third Marine, they're not going to get supply blocked. This is definitely looking like way too tight an opening to be playing a silver or gold player on the ladder. And they're even patrolling Marines. This feels like a rather high level player who hasn't played in a long time. Let's fast forward a second. Their SCV is still scouting. Checking what's up, seeing an empty base. There's a bunker there, a depot. This does feel like a returning pro from Wings of Liberty almost. It's just they're playing so slow, but I mean, just look at the way they're spending their money. Mules are dropping very soon after the orbital finishes. Watch the orbital finishes. How long till we drop the mule? They're swapping the factory around. They haven't queued SCVs yet. The QSCVs drop a mule. That's a tight macro cycle. Okay, so you can tell. Had things to do. Swap the barracks, swap the factory. We're going to watch from their camera. I'll show you guys exactly. This is advanced. This is organized build order stuff. This is not something you see in Platinum League. Rarely do you see this level of detail in Diamond 3. So that factory swaps over, barracks lands, accidentally misclicks it, and then tells it to move. Is kind of staring here a little bit, waiting for that to swap. So it's definitely playing a little slow compared to what we might see. Starport then goes down. And then sets the rally point, and then there we go. Queues up SCVs off the command center hotkey, drops mules, lowers the depot. You can see the way they're scrolling around, which is rather low level, which makes like that. The way they're scrolling here kind of feels Platinum League. For sure. But even Platinum is a Smurf. This is like definitely feeling a Smurf. There's something about the way they're scrolling around. It almost feels like they have 20% scroll speed on. Maybe? That one was a little quicker. Lowering the other deep. The way they're moving here, they're not using hotkeys to move between. They're not double tapping or using camera locations. And they're now sending Hellions to go. Look at this, though. But look at their techniques. They're scouting everywhere for Ling Run buys. Wow, that might be hiding out there. That's fascinating. This is a really interesting play. Now, third gas is completely unnecessary unless you drop a fusion core right now. So let's fast forward. Does this build actually make sense? Nope. No second factory, no fusion core. So the only reason you'd need that third gas is for one of those, but instead it is actually going to be third command center. So a bit of a sloppy build order, something you might expect of a Diamond 2 player rather than a GM. This is not silver. This is not silver. I'm pretty damn certain about that one. But let's take a look, because sometimes people can be really organized and on point, and then just have no idea what they're doing past a certain point and just not be able to capitalize. Like, you can be so strong at one point in the game and so weak in another. The thing in StarCraft is you actually need to work to finish the game off. There's no, oh, I've got one skill and that's just it. You know, there's no reductive, oh, if you just do X, you win. I look at that. They queue the Hellions in, and that was pretty bad Hellion micro. Oh, yeah. It's a little derpy, the way these Hellions are being moved. And then just leaving them on the bottom of a ramp. Now, the Hellions are on a control group. One of the Hellions is on top of the Banelings. Yeah, you could tell this is pretty low-level micro, but it's enough. The Hellions are coming over. Let's watch the camera here of blue player, because you absolutely should not be able to multitask. What? Look at that. Goes home, queues up SCVs, queues up 2 libs, queues up more Hellions. All the production facilities are on one control group, which is fine. Goes for high-sec auto-tracking and missile turrets. There's no reason to be doing either of those. Liberator harass, Hellion harass makes sense. Building missile turrets right now makes 0 sense. It's complete nonsense. But doing some decent stutter step with the Hellions. Yeah, grabbing Hellions from the rally point. Building an armory now. So what was a really organized opening has turned into the worst build order of all time. Mechanically, dropping mills, building SCVs, dropping mills, building SCVs. Their macro cycle with building Hellions and libs, like barracks starport units, is not there, and they're now taking gas on their third before even floating the third down, when they already have 800 gas in the bank. Hold on, let's go back. Oh, the Liberator saw that, did it? I was like, wait, is this player map hacking as well? But no, the Liberator saw it, but they noticed that on the minimap. They noticed the red dot on the minimap. Like, what the fuck? And then they're taking... But, okay, so here's my problem, right, guys? Why would you take gas when you're floating 900 gas and you only have 3 production facilities and you're not using them for anything? And why did you make high-sec auto-tracking, and why are you making missile turrets? So we've got a player who mechanically was doing the right things, but never underestimate how far you can undermine your own mechanical abilities with enough stupid. So let's see just how bad this player is at capitalizing from here. Still feels far beyond silver or gold. It's a very awkward mech transition, right? So they're transferring workers to a new base though. Like they're building a bunker. They're building turrets for some reason. This is so bizarre. Are Smurfs like really stupid? Because it's clearly someone who's smurfing. But like, how can you... Why would you build a set? You don't even have any units. What are you going to do if you get attacked? Sensor Tower is going to see... What are you going to do? You've got no units. How can you build a 4th command center on 3 factories? It's just sad, because I think it's often these Smurf players who are the ones... They don't want to just you know, kill their opponent. They're like, I want to just sit there and build things with no threat of ever losing. This, to me, feels like go in and play an AI. If you just want to sit around and jerk off, go play an AI. They don't want to do too much to their opponent. They don't want to make them surrender. This is pathetic. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe this player's hopped on ladder and played a placement match. There's always a chance of someone getting mismatched or something. But this player, let's assume they just were playing a regular ladder match and we're up against this silver gold player, WT Sucks, who's, you know, doing what silver and gold players do. Sitting on about before those workers killed 50 workers 9 minutes into the game. has like, you know, a bit of a random mix of stuff, trying to go Ling Bane with double Spy or double Evo, but not off a big economy, and is struggling to deal with some rather standard harassment. But it's rather standard executed at a ridiculous level. So, I mean, this player, look at that. Wait, was that a Baneling drop? Oh my god, I just did a Baneling drop. Go you, WT sucks. Yeah, like, look at this player. They're just making every upgrade. This is disgusting. This is 100% a Smurf. I don't need to watch the rest of this game. I'm going to 8 times it and see. But what it looks like to me is that the person who loves inviting their friend over to play GoldenEye and then always basically doesn't tell them what the controls do, takes the best character, takes the golden gun, and then laughs at their friend and enjoys winning against the person who doesn't know how to play the game. Like, that's exactly what this is. The way the best for you player is playing, it's like that person who only enjoys playing when they have an advantage, you know? For them, it's all about asserting dominance. It's about trying to put themselves higher on the proverbial ladder. Yeah, it's about playing odd job. It's about getting the armor and being a piece of crap. Yeah, this is... What is this? Like, to me, it's just what motivates you to play like this? What are you doing? Like, what are you getting out of this game? Don't get me wrong. I'm okay with someone who's a late game turtle, mech, harassment-oriented player. But do it at your own level where there's actually something on the line. Otherwise, what are you doing? Just building bunkers? Go play the Company of Heroes campaign. It's all about building your little, build your little machine gun pillboxes and stuff. This is terrible. Oh, look, I'm burning drones. How cool am I? Oh, now I'll do my little mech push with just a handful of units. We don't want to go with too much, because then they might leave. We might not get to enjoy our 107 SCVs. This looks like a low diamond doing a troll game, is what chat says. And I agree with them. This looks to me like someone who's got pretty damn good mechanics in terms of generally knowing how to queue things up, how to build things. Terrible build order. Just trying to use all the different units for funsies by the looks of it. And just looking to, yeah, style on the opponent. That's it. How much longer does this game go for? Not long. So yeah, this looks like it'll slowly, and it's hard to kill someone when you've got 110 workers and 1,000 bases. I love that WT Sucks is trying to do like little Broodlord counter and stuff, trying to do some sneaky things. But yeah. And this player F2's over here, I guess? The Terran player? Yeah, the Terran player is F2ing over rather than just killing all their bases. So the Broodlords actually did quite a lot before the Vikings got there. And then try to morph more Broodlords on the base. Alright, that's it. That's it. Yeah, well, this was really sad. Yep. Diamond player. Said platinum at least to WT Sucks. I'd say a diamond player. Just their ability to queue things up and stuff. Yeah. Absolutely looks like a diamond player. Seems like an absolute piece of crap. Now, guys, we're actually going to go out of game quickly. And do you know why? Found the account. They've looked it up and they've said, here is the best for you. They have a gold random account on NA, a diamond NA account, and a diamond EU account. Now, whether or not that's actually them, I don't know. But definitely looks like it's them. And that's exactly what it looks like. So thank you guys for searching that up on Rank for the win. And that is 100% a Smurf. Alright guys, this one's been sent in by Cat Skinner. Unranked / platinum last season. Okay, so they mostly play unranked, but has been platinum in the last season. Okay, so this guy says he is gold 3 right now, but usually gold 1. I press him a bit, and he admits he was once platinum, but not for long. I keep pressing him, but he won't admit to smurfing. He has 260 APM, Reaper harass with micro, while macroing off the back of it. He then decides a Widowmine drop in my main, but not before distracting me with a Reaper in my third is a good idea. He lifts the Widowmines with quick haste before jetting off into a dead zone off map. That's where I decide this guy is a Smurf, and I immediately GG. Look, even if he was platinum for a brief second, I don't believe for a second a platinum player plays like this. I play against them often, and even diamonds at times, but none have played like this except for me when I randomly get matched with a master when I'm playing unranked. This sounds promising. We've got some juicy details in here. So first things first, looks like did we probe scout? What happened to this probe? Did it die? Oh no, we lost our probe. But first things first, let's check. The opponent first of all is playing on a barcode, so that already raises a little bit of an eyebrow. But let's go back to the very beginning. The very beginning of the game tells you a lot. How quickly does your opponent build an SCV? 3 seconds? Okay, maybe they were AFK, but I don't know. They seem to be unsure of what they're doing with their rally point. And they've queued 3 SCVs before depot. Oh, they do remember to cancel one and then start the depot. So it's not as late as it could be. But it is not looking very high level there. It was not looking very high level. Now queuing 3 SCVs and then cancels them and then adds one. So seems a little unsure of their build order, but at least is remembering at the last moment to cancel SCVs to build. Now this barracks placement's a bit bizarre because you can't build an add-on there. A pro or a high level player would almost always leave space for the barracks. But the gas goes down immediately, SCVs queue up. It's a pretty tight opening in general. APM is very high. So this player keeps queuing up SCVs and then cancelling them. This is definitely a twitchy kid who's doing a lot of very inefficient things. I don't know if they're that young, but they're twitchy as all hell. This is the person where you watch their view in FPS and their freaking crosshairs just blitzing around the screen madly for no reason. So this APM doesn't mean anything to me. The build order's been pretty tight though, and that's what means it. Like the fact that this command center is going down right on time. I mean that's exactly on 400 minerals. What are the control groups? No units yet. Normally you'd control group that SCV a lot of the time if you're a pro, but command center is immediately added to 1. Barracks on 2, and actually that SCV is on 3. So there was an SCV on 3, but he swapped them around because that one was damaged. Drops a mule immediately. Continues SCV production. Marine after Reaper. Reaper going across the map. Okay, so I mean, there's no way this guy's in Gold League. So what's already getting me is that this player's like, oh yeah, I'm in Gold 3, but normally I'm in Gold 1. No fucking way. Not unless they're really terrible from this point. But this opening is so tight. This is a pro build almost. This is a Diamond 1 execution of a build order. Come on. In terms of the opening. Now, wait. Did they build that bunker while microing? So the first thing is if the opponent actually, if this recount is honest, if this person claims they're gold, that's sus as hell because they're definitely not gold in my opinion. Obviously we need a bit more proof, but that's already sus. But goes in, gets out with the Reaper, but let's watch that from the Terran player's camera. Goes in the natural, says actually no, let's go to the main. Bounces home, builds the factory, builds the refinery, builds a bunker, goes oh shit, I'm in trouble. Double taps Reaper control group, pulls it back out of there, micros it back, builds the bunker, says, no, actually, I don't need the bunker. Yes, I do. Lots of, like, real twitchy with the action. Lots of actions going out, though. Ooh, Reaper goes back in. Oh, my God. This micro seems way too smooth for this level, right? Let's fast forward. Going home, building units immediately. Starport goes down. This is some... really gets a full scout with the Reaper and focuses down a probe. What is wrong with this player? Hides in the main knowing that the Protoss doesn't quite have vision there and then babysits it enough to get out while floating no money at home. Oh my God, this is damning. This is damning evidence. The build order is a little bit shitty once again because this player is tryharding with their Reaper so much that they're building 2 depots when they should be building either extra barracks or an extra command center. These depots should not be going down this early. But the fact that they're just doing so much, the raw mechanical execution of so many things at once. Yeah, it's a bit of the wrong order, but look at that. Did you see that? Look at the speed at which this medevac pops. They both load the mines, boost it away, and build a tech lab. They're alternating those actions. Get the fuck out of here. I see players in GM fumble that all the time. And this player throws it on their control group seamlessly as well. Get out of here. Okay, the barracks timing is getting obscenely late. So I think we're seeing a pattern. Is Smurfs don't really have very refined builds. Their opening is really tight. And then they get a lot of joy out of microing their opponents to death or screwing around and out-macroing them. This is a pattern I think I'm starting to understand, right? Because that's what they want to do. They want to screw around. They want to get in the game and then they want to play with their food. You know, they want to be the cat who's got a little mouse and they're just chucking it from one paw to the other. And it tries to get away and then they, you know, stamp their paw down on its heel. So, yeah, this is the Widow Mine drop, which immediately this player's like, nope, I'm getting toyed with. So let's look at that again from the Terran's point of view. Sorry.
Add-on.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay, so queues up SCVs, 2 extra barracks. We'll go back a few seconds actually. Oh my god, it went back further than I went. So look at this. As moving across the map, queues up 2 barracks, SCVs, Marines, tanks, lowers depots, builds an eBay. Doesn't queue up as many SCVs as they should. Should have queued up more, but they were... No, and even then, they queue up more SCVs. Holy shit. And then sends the Reaper in as the distract. Says, okay, you go there. Get their attention by clicking on a probe. Reaper's expendable. Go in, dodge the pylon. Unload while moving. Box on... Yep, is boxing and manually burrowing those Widow Mines. Kills them all. Unburrows. Gets them back in the medevac and gets straight out of it. Get out of here. Disgusting. Diamond 1. Diamond 1, Masters 2. Probably terrible build order. I'd say Masters 2. This would be Masters 2 roughly in my opinion. Because I think just looking at their mechanics, if they just tightened their build order up a little bit, got the medevac going across a little earlier, got the barracks up faster, easy mid-masters. Yeah, Sal can't do that, Halifax says. This is 100% busted. This is a sad loser of a human who pretends they're in gold 1 of all things. Could you be any more ridiculous? This is just sad. You've got speed, you're playing at high speed, you're multitasking. Come on, you've put effort into playing the game well. Why are you cheating yourself out of the satisfaction of playing hard opponents? You're playing people in platinum and gold, pretending, oh no, I'm in gold 3 right now, but normally I'm in gold 1. So this is just cheating yourself of the whole point of a competitive experience. This is really sad. Whoever you are, Barcode Terran player, what are you doing? What are you getting out of this? This is only cheating yourself in the long run. Like, this is literally, you keep doing stuff like this, it's going to make you less effective in life. Especially if you're a young person doing this, and you do this through all your formative years, like, what are you going to do when you actually want to, like, make something of yourself as a human in the world? Like, are you just going to try and cheat? This is, I feel like I would love, if I had God powers, I would right now, I would just be like, I'd be like, I want to draw the data on the correlation between people who cheat in video games and smurf and end up in prison later in their life. I reckon there'd be a fucking high correlation right there. Am I reading too much into this? I don't think so. What are you doing? Disgusting. Cat Skinner, that was the right time to leave the game. You realized this player was toying with you. Honestly, when I read the description, I was like, Cat Skinner, this sounds like a guy who's a bit upset. He leaves at 5:30 and I'm like, come on, man. I actually went in reading the description. I didn't think this was going to be a smurf. I was like, he's probably just playing a guy with bad macro who happens to multitask a little better than most. You know, do a bit more micro, a bit more harassment, and you got tilted out of the game. But Catskitter, you were right. You 100% caught a smurf here. Busted. Okay, guys. Hello, everybody. This one was sent in by Foofus, and we are 8-timesing it because Foofus has said some interesting stuff, and I want to zoom through the replay, okay? So, this red player is supposedly the smurf. They're playing on an account called The Doctor. And let's read this message from Foofus, because this is interesting stuff. I present to you with a troubling mystery, which I think you will enjoy. I am a high bronze, low silver Zerg, slowly striving my way through Vibe's bronze to GM strategies. I believe my in-game name is 390030438, but I have never been asked about this before. In short, I am a bad player. Sorry, your in-game name, not... Are they trying to joke? Or I can't tell. Your name is Foofus. Foofus is your name. Luckily, it was in your email. It's the same name. In short, I am a bad player, and I am comfortable with that. It's not rare for me to find myself matched with a superior player, and I look at those games as learning opportunities. Recently, I had such an opportunity. I was crushed by an opponent. That's okay. I deserve to lose, and I would not bother a detective of your stature, except that my opponent claimed about halfway through the game to be a well-known StarCraft professional, apparently slumming it in the Metal Leagues. At first, I was happy. The player in question is one of my StarCraft heroes. But later, I remembered that sometimes people on the internet aren't necessarily telling the truth. Huh? So I turned to you, an unbiased oracle of StarCraft wisdom and a trustworthy interpreter of game dynamics. Clearly, my opponent is the superior player, no question, both in terms of macro, but especially micro. Which at my level in the Vibe series is non-existent. I don't have a problem losing to a more talented and experienced opponent, but is he who he says he is? That's the question. If so, it would be a real thrill for me to have encountered one of my StarCraft idols. I lack the experience and acumen to judge whether this is realistic. Maybe he's just a better player, but not at all the level of the person he claims to be. So I ask you, Sherlock Holmes of the ladder, when you watch this, is what my opponent says plausible? It's possible that you could even contact this player whom you know for verification. I would greatly appreciate your analysis. I hope it is for real. For me, it would mean that I met one of my favorite internet celebrities. Thank you for your valuable work in this area. Well, thank you very much, Fufus. Unfortunately, your opponent's on 10 minutes 30 on 3 base with 44 probes. They've made 2 Immortals and 2 Colossus, so I'm going to already say no. I don't mean to draw judgment that quickly, but I don't even know who the celebrity is. That's why we're fast forwarding. Who is this? Is this meant to be Vibe? Winter? The Doctor? Who is this supposed to be? Because they're incredibly drunk if it's someone I know who's a StarCraft buster. They've got observers everywhere. This is great. So, yeah, both players have done very little in this game, by the way. And there's a... Oh, unfortunately made melee upgrades. That's a shame. For Mass Hydra. Okay, so we're on 8 times speed, guys. So I'm kind of looking around. The Protoss... This is... Oh my god! This player got dropped one time. I think this player got dropped one time, guys. I don't think they wanted to get dropped a second time. What is this base? Oh lord, this is a fantastic game. This is great. Here's a trick. Always get an oversteer, Fufus, with your army, please. Please always get an oversteer. There are observers everywhere. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so is it now they brag after killing an army? By the way, my name's Greg Idra Fields, and I now play Protoss. I'm here to give you some Protoss medicine. Wow, they're having fun harassing with Blink Observer in a very pro manner. After doing literally nothing this whole time, they are suddenly looking like a drunk high-level player. Right? They did nothing the whole time, and now they're playing like a drunk high-level player. What the... A bronze silver player who's played the rest of this game like they have should not be able to micro like this, right? Why? What? I mean, there's nothing else sus. The rest of the build is utter trash from the Protoss, like, right? But those 2 Stalkers and the Observer definitely got me a little excited for a moment there. Lurkers would help, or Corruptors. Oh, okay, so they're going to teach while sending hallucinations through. Wait, does he take the advice to build a spire? No, we don't have any gas. Wait. We did our Hydra attack. We have no gas. And now we're going to build the spire? 22 minutes into the game? We have no gas. Oh, no. Oh, no. We forgot to put on that gas. And that gas never got taken. What is going on? What is this? How much time do people have on their hands? I play video games for a living. People point at me and go, how is that a job? What a lazy piece of shit. But I'm looking at this game and going, what is this? What is this player doing? What? Is this... What? This Protoss is terrible. How dare they try and teach their opponent and tell them how to play? What are they doing? This upsets me, guys. How much time do you have on your hands? What is this game? The whole point of StarCraft is it's not Northgard. It doesn't take 2 hours to finish a 1v1. Unless you want it to. Oh, you're going to congratulate after they kill the Colossus, aren't you? You're going to be like, good job, you just need more Corruptors. What an ass. He's not playing the game. He's just sniping creep tumors. Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Okay, when do we get to the reveal? Because I'm sorry, guys. I want to turn the audio on, but not on 8 times speed. It just gets way too loud. Oh, get out of here. Guys, don't listen to an absolute monkey brain like this guy. Oh, you're going to go spy versus Robo. Tss. It's like, can Spire be good versus Robo? Yeah, there's a few other details that this Zerg player might want to focus on before that even becomes vaguely important, mate. Or Swarmos. Oh, this player is such a wank. Oh, this player is honestly the worst human. Don't you guys reckon this is one of those fucking skinny white 19-year-old guys who has a fucking really weird kind of mustache with like, it's a bit patchy, and he wears a tweed coat, and for some reason he has a fucking pipe? And he thinks he's cool, and he goes around quoting fucking philosophers and shit. I'm Haas. Get the fuck out of here. He's a fucking 17-year-old fucking kid with a tweed coat who thinks he's cool because he has a friggin' thing. I'm Haastem? Oh, no. I'm a big fan. Oh, I'm so sorry, Fufus. Haastem is a good human. He would have stabbed you in the throat and let you die a quick, honorable death. You'll know when you encounter Haastem on the ladder because you will blink, you will see one frame of a 7'6" Dutch man, thin as a beanpool, wiry and muscular, coming towards you on horseback, and the next frame will be upside down because your head is just being cleaved from your body. I'm just here to help people ranked up. I never plan on beating you. Oh my god, this player is such a wank. This player is an absolutely... It's the kid from the drama class who wasn't good at drama and the drama kids hated him. You know what I'm saying? I hope you do, because I'm not sure what I'm saying. Fucking... The real weird kid. Real fucking weird kid. Who'd tell you... You'd be like, oh, I'm going to go sit next to him at lunch because I don't really see him hanging out with many people. You sit next to him and he starts telling you about his stock portfolio when you're fucking 15. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, you know, GME just went up a lot today. I think we're going to the moon. Daddy Elon's taking us. And you're like, we're 15. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that's this kid. This is not Haastem. It's rare that games should... If you want to break something, you need Broodlords. You don't have to keep making Hydras. Roaches would be a good substitute. You still need a wall to defend the Broodlords. Seriously, I can't handle this. This is actually painful. No, Fufus, please, no. Please, no. Just next time, no. Hot tips for you, just macro a bit faster. That's all. Some tips that you could do is just batching some things up a little bit, Fufus. So if you do want to get better, because I really don't listen to anything this guy said, I need to counteract everything he said in this game with actual advice. Don't do anything he said. Try to attack earlier with more Hydras. Do that by learning some nice solid mechanics. Check out, I'm sure Vibe has some fundamentals videos, but ! fundamentals. Check out Google fundamentals of StarCraft. It'll teach you how to get more actions done with less clickety clacks, and it'll make you a much better player. Yeah, this is, thanks for the advice. I remain a big fan. Oh no. Well, of Haastem, yes, that I can get behind. Supporting Haastem's Patreon, yes. Being a fan of Hard Stem, Haastem, Kevin de Koning the man, yes. Giving respect to this poopy head, no. This is not only a Smurf, it's a really douchey Smurf. I don't know if they're below the level they're at because their build was utter trash, but with the way they sit there playing with their opponent, they're definitely someone who's not trying very hard to win. They're trying to just basically engineer a social situation where someone is forced to be in their presence. That is the Doctors players' only thing they're looking for here, because no one can fucking stand them in real life. So the best thing they can get is basically getting in a video game situation where they're beating the opponent, but they do nothing with it, and then they can start telling them what to do better in the game, because it's the only way they can get a friggin' back and forth without the other human walking away or punching them in the face. Not only has this player been busted, but they should probably be put on some sort of criminal watch list, because they may have some bloody bodies buried somewhere. Absolute friggin' psychopath. Busted.